Hello, everybody. Please disregard the opinion, the appearance. Got this thing over my head because I'm getting ready to go to bed after the video is made. This video is based on roster moves. The Eagles made a bunch of roster moves based on the injury of Nakobe Dean. But before I begin on the roster moves and reserves and reserve roles, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. This notification, this bell. Hit the notification bell on top. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. Go ahead and clear it up because I messed up a few seconds ago. Alright, let's jump right into it. It's an Eagle placed linebacker Nakobe Dean on injured reserve in a series of roster moves, and jump right into it. Head coach Nick Sirianni confirmed on Monday, which was yesterday, the day before last day, is now Wednesday. Linebacker Nakobe Dean will miss the rest of the season with a knee injury suffered in wild card win over the Green Bay Packers. Executive Vice President General Manager Howie Roseman and his staff went to work on the roster, and the Eagles announced the following moves on Tuesday. The Eagles placed Nakobe Dean on injury reserve, like I stated a few seconds ago. They signed wide receiver Paris Campbell to the active roster. Signed wide receiver Elisha Cook to the practice squad after the elevation of Paris Campbell. The Eagles have signed Nick Morrow to the practice squad and released Joseph Nagala from the practice squad. So the Eagles put two on the practice squad, put one on injury reserve, and they activated one to the active roster. Okay, here we go. I'm going to read all this so you get some idea of what's going on. Okay, Nakobe Dean on injury reserve for 15 regular season games in 2024. Dean had a career high 128 tackles, 9 for loss, 3 sacks, and 19 quarterback hits and pressures, 2 forced fumble recoveries, a forced fumble, and an interception. Sunday marked Dean's first playoff start. He had 6 tackles before exiting the game. Would have more than that had not for injury. Nakobe had a great year, as you guys saw in the reports. He's going to be out, and we sure will miss him. He made big plays all year long. The one that comes to everyone's mind is going to be the interception against Jacksonville to seal the game. But he had a couple of plays in yesterday's game that are just outstanding, that set the tone of how physical we were going to play. Nick Sirianni said on Monday. Here is the here's the elevation of the roster, after roster and practice squad moves. Sign wide receiver Paris Campbell to the active roster. Campbell has been on either the Eagles practice squad or on the active roster all season. During the regular season, he played in 5 games, making 6 catches for 30 yards and a touchdown and 140 offensive snaps. He made his playoff debut on Sunday as a practice squad elevation and helped out on special teams. Signed wide receiver Elisha Cook to the practice squad. The 26-year-old Cook, 6'4", 215 pounds, is a second-year receiver out of San Jose State. He originally entered the NFL as a rookie free agent, signed with the Jaguars following the 2023 season, which was 2 years ago. 2023 NFL draft 2 years ago. As a rookie, Cook saw action in 9 games and recorded 3 receptions for 38 yards. He appeared in 2 games for Jacksonville this season. A 2022 All-Mountain West first team selection, Cooks recorded a career high in both touchdowns 10 and receiving yards 1,076 in 12 games. He started his college career at Nevada. Alright, here we go. Nick signed linebacker Nick Morrow to the practice squad. Nick Morrow returned to the Eagles after playing for them 2023. When he posted 93 tackles and 12 regular season games. In the overtime win against Washington last season, Morrow became the first Eagle to post 10-plus tackles, 3 sacks, and a forced fumble in a single game. I'm going to speak about Morrow later in this video. I think to reading all the elevations of the practice squad. Morrow was with the Bills for the majority of the 2024 regular season, adding as a key special teams contributor 182 special team snaps plus 44 defensive snaps. Released wide receiver Joseph Nagala from the practice squad. Nagala spent time in Philadelphia in 2023 as an undrafted free agent, signing and doing training camp and preseason this past summer. He was re-signed to the practice squad on January 10th. January 10th was last Friday. The former Clemson Tiger caught a team best 5 passes for 88 yards in the Eagles' preseason win over the Patriots. Okay, here we go. Now I'm thinking about Nick Morrow. Now, Nick Morrow is not. To me, Nick Morrow is a pretty good quarterback. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, pretty good wide receiver. Pretty good linebacker. I'm gonna admit. A lot of Eagle fans have their opinions about Nick Morrow, and here's what the opinion is based on theirs. Nick Morrow is a downhill linebacker. He is not a coverage linebacker. All of last season when the Eagles went 11-7 in the regular season, going to the playoffs, maybe made them 11-8. You gotta look at it from the fans' point of view, because Nick Morrow is not a coverage linebacker. The guy is a downhill runner. He runs straight down and make tackles for losses, sideline to sideline. He just can't drop back into cover because that's his weakness. Nick Morrow is a slow linebacker. He has no initial. He's fast, but he has no initial quickness. So that's his weakness. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of Eagle fans were so hard on him last year, because, like I mentioned to you, he had 3 sacks. I remember, he had 3 sacks in one single game by himself because he was going downhill. He wasn't dropping back into coverage. See, the Eagles' old coaching regime had this man dropping into coverage 75 to 80% of his defensive snaps, and he was vulnerable because teams ran running backs and tight ends at him, and they were able to catch balls over the middle. When you don't have a linebacker that can't cover half the field, then you're gonna have issues tackling players for negative yards and to prevent them from getting first downs. And that was Nick Morrow's issue. He's not an off-ball linebacker, and he doesn't have the speed to cover or tight end or running back coming out of the backfield to receive the catch for yards. That's not his forte. His forte is running uphill, sideline to sideline, making tackles. He is not an out in coverage linebacker. That's not his forte. That's his weakness. And many teams in past off season last year, 2023, exposed them a lot because the Eagles' old defensive regime put that man out in coverage, and that's why he got beat a whole lot. And that made a lot of fans angry with Nick Morrow. And you gotta look at it this way: it wasn't Nick Morrow's fault that he was being busted on plays. Nick Morrow was planning the play according to what the coach said on across of him. If the play goes through him, he gotta follow the play the way it is called. So you really can't say anything. So you really can't say anything negative about Nick Morrow. You really can't. I actually like Nick Morrow. He's a downfield tackler. He's not no coverage linebacker. Like I said, he can tackle downfield, or he can go sideline to sideline and make the tackles. He cannot tackle in space. That is not his forte. That's the weakness of Nick Morrow, and that's why he's on the practice squad. And he may get some elevation this offseason. He may get called to the active roster, maybe, but we'll see what happens there, because the promotion is Jeremiah Trotter Jr., who is going to be the elevated player that's going to take the Kobe Dean place. And I've been waiting to see. I've been wanting to see Jeremiah Trotter Jr. perform for the longest, to see how well he is in cover. Because that's another thing. Now Trotter Jr. can cover he can drop into coverage because his father Jeremiah can drop into coverage and cover a player or tight end out of the backfield. Trotter his father at the time could do that, and I think Jeremiah Trotter Jr. can do the same thing. He got drop to coverage and cover a tight end or running back out of the backfield. He had that speed and ability to do that. Nick Morrow, on the other hand, is not capable of covering nothing out of the backfield. He is not capable of making tackles by himself in space. He's only able to go side on the sideline and up the and to go to opposing linemen to stop a play, to stop a quarterback from throwing the ball or running the ball or stop the running game. That's Nick Morrow's forte. He is not a coverage linebacker. He's only a side on the sideline, downhill linebacker is what he is. So I just want to go ahead and get it out the way before a lot of y'all see this video and comment on it. I just want to say that. And for as Harris Campbell been in and off the roster all season long. He played when he was on the roster, got released, practice squad, played, elevated, played off the played, released, practice squad, elevated, played, released, practice squad. This may have been back on the active roster for about three or four times this year. Been released 3 or 4 times this year, and been on practice squad 3 or 4 times this year. So, Paris Campbell, who's supposed to be the third wide receiver, only wound up getting beat out by a lot of other receivers who have more equipped to cover, who more willing to go over the middle in the slot. And Paris Campbell's a slot receiver, but he for some reason he has not been able to accomplish that feat because he has been released too many times on the active roster too many times, and he has been played and on the sidelines a couple of times. So that was hurting him as far as that. But I think that's all I can speak on that. That's why I made the video for, because I've been wanting to get this video done. Roster move, there it is. See, I've been wanting to get this video done for a long period of time. I should have done it today, but I got the news late today, so that's why I'm doing it late now. So anyway, don't forget to comment, like, share this video. Please comment after the video is complete. Smash those likes and hit that notification post bell. And I am out of here. See you guys early Monday morning with another video, depending on something that goes on going on with the Eagles or going on in the NFL. You know who our opponent's going to be this coming weekend. The Rams coming in. I'm not gonna say they're coming in red hot, but they're coming in with a lot of momentum because they beat a good 14-3 Minnesota Vikings team who has issues at quarterback, and that's why Minnesota lost this game. Because I really want to play Minnesota. I really want to play the Rams. And so now we got to play the Rams for the second straight time, and we all know it's hard to beat a team twice in a row. It's hard because once you beat them in the first time and you play them again, they be more prepared for you the second go around than they did the first. That's what it's all about. So anyway, that's what I want to talk about. So I hope you guys enjoy your early Wednesday video, your Wednesday, because it's hump day now. And I am out of here. Peace.